Hey guys, we're out here in the park today, trying to stretch my legs, get my sciatic nerve all loosened up and stuff. And when I do that, it helps my back a little bit. And lately, it's been kind of painful. But anyway, if I get out here and I can get walking, it loosens it up for the rest of the day. And then in the morning, the cycle starts over again. So I do like to get out in the morning. But anyway, today I want to talk about something that a lot of older expats and also, younger expats also do this. What they do is they come over here with a large amount of money, okay? And what happens is they want to put it aside for their kids or people in their family or whatever. And they worked all their lives and they're complaining about how hard they worked. They didn't expect to have a low quality lifestyle when they get over here, and they're complaining, but yet they have a lot of money. And some people are okay with living low key. That's different. But a lot of these people I notice, and I've seen some guys come through that had like $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, $5 million in their bank accounts. And if they've told me this, and I'm not going to say who they are, obviously, that's something I keep personal between me and them. But I know these people that they have money, and they say, I want to leave most of that for my kids. I want to leave that for my nephews and nieces, or I want to leave it to my younger brother or something like that. They always want to leave it to somebody. And I tell people, dude, you're over here to live and be happy. Get a nice house and fix it up. Move to a beach or something. Live your dreams now, because this is the last stop on the bus. And that last stop on the bus, you want it to be a good one. You want to be able to live happy and just live the lifestyle, and I tell people, why would you want to just leave it all to your kids? Leave some if you want, but a lot of you guys are leaving like large amounts. I got my other half there in the back doing exercises. But anyway, I'll say this is that be careful, be careful, because I always tell people, make sure you have enough money for emergency funds, and sometimes even a restart-up fund in case you have to go home back to the States or something, and that's a good fund to have. But also your emergency fund can cover that too. Sometimes some people want to have both. If you have millions of dollars, I would keep a couple, maybe 100,000, 200,000 aside in case you have to go back, in case you have to restart, unless that's all you're living off of. Then it's different. If you're getting that and you're getting $2,000 or $3,000 a month or something like that, then that's totally different. What I'm telling people is, because then you don't have to have all that money sitting around. But what I'm telling you is this, is if you want to give something to your kids and you have that much money sitting around, a lot of that money gets wasted. I was in charge of an estate one time for my father. My father was actually alive when this happened. My father was suffering from Parkinson's. And what he did was he had me in charge of the stuff that, giving out the money and stuff like that. He actually went into the soldier's home, which is different than a nursing home. A lot of people don't know that. Also, if you go into like a soldier's home, they can't take your money from like nursing homes can. They can't touch that unless you don't have any money at all. Then they might do that, but I don't think that they do. And it's fairly reasonable. It's about $600 a month for some of these soldiers' homes to go in there, and the state picks up some of the rest, and they leave your money intact, which is a great benefit to soldiers that are need care or whatever, nursing homes. But also in those places, they have places for people where if you're older and you don't need nursing care and stuff like that, they have a place where you can live for like $300 a month. It's residential. It's not just for homeless veterans. You could just move in there and make yourself comfortable in there, and they're okay with that. I've talked to these people in these places to find out what they cater to, and they says, if you want to be around other people, you can move in here. It gives you kind of a camaraderie at these soldiers' homes. A lot of people that are, like us, a lot of us are veterans, and that's a good benefit to have for you guys out there. But for you guys that have the money, you can also go into these places still. Some of them don't have certain amounts of money. If you're going into the residential, there's no cutoff. Like if you're a millionaire or something like that and you want to still live there, you can. If you're in the other side, they're probably going to take look at your money if you're going into the nursing, the other side, okay? You know, into the nursing care. They probably do look at some of that. I know they do in some places. Depends on what state you're in too. Some states do not, some states do, because it kind of falls a little bit under the VA, but mostly with the state, okay? The VA has their eye on them, but they don't, you know, it's different. It's a totally different ball game, different bird. It's kind of like the state stepping in and looking out for their veterans. And it's a wonderful thing that the states do that, okay? And I'm putting this out there because I want to give people choices out there. But guys, for you guys out there with money, and I'm going to step back into this subject because we were just talking about that before, is that, and we're kind of skipping around here a little bit today. Be happy, spend your money, because, you know, if you get sick later on, and let's say you do have to go for nursing care or something like that, I think a lot of expats over here think that they are immune. They think that they are immune to getting sick and going into a nursing home. And nobody is immune from getting sick over here. And make sure you have that health care. You know, call up Michael Onset. I don't make a nickel off this guy. This guy will point you in the right direction of what you might need for insurance over here, but also have that emergency fund that we talk about. You know, but if you have a lot of money and you want to take care of your kids, I would say do something for your kids so that they won't squander the money. Because when I was with my dad, and my dad had me doing the money, my father was actually getting hammered by his niece and nephew, and it was kind of sad to watch, actually, because, you know, I had to get an attorney for this here stuff. You know, I had to get an attorney and take care of it. It was kind of sad to watch what was happening. And, you know, when I went through that, it was like the toughest time of my life, because I love these kids just as much as my father did, and it caused a lot of issues with that. And they got kind of greedy, and he wasn't even dead yet, but he was giving out his estate, and he asked me to do it. And he told me what he wanted, and we tried doing things the way he wanted, but it wasn't working out because they had different ideas than what my father actually wanted, and they didn't understand the way things worked because they're younger, they're in their 20s, you know. And I tried explaining to them several times, and, you know, sometimes you can't explain to today's generation. They want to be in charge, otherwise it's screw you, I'm hitting the road, you know, I'm going to get an attorney or something. So I was like, I'm done, you know. If you really want to look out for your kids, do something for them, you know, or your grandchildren or whatever. Do something for them. Go out and do something for them. Buy them something. Buy them a car. Maybe they need a car. Maybe it's a 18-year-old niece or grandchild you have, or whatever, and maybe they need a car, or maybe their car is kind of ratty. You want to do something nice, do it while you're alive so you can enjoy it too. Say, hey, take me for a ride. Let's go to the mountains. You know, that way there you can enjoy that. You know, it's kind of a thing that you can do that you guys can enjoy, and they can enjoy, and you get to see them enjoying their inheritance, you know. But anyway, guys, I want to talk a little bit about that, because I think it's important for you guys, because a lot of people are coming over here, they're not enjoying their retirement. They're not enjoying their life because they think that they need to leave something for their kids. Remember, look after this person first, then look after other people. Sometimes we care too much about other people, and we worry about them when they're all set, and they don't really care as much about you as you think sometimes. And we kind of find that out usually when we're dying. And in the case of what happened with my father, we kind of found out that it was all about money and a lot of things, and it kind of hurts you. You know, it does. It really hurts you. Be careful, be vigilant, and watch out. You know, if you want to do something, do it while you're alive, and then do stuff for you too. Go on trips. Go places with your girlfriend. Go places with your grandchildren. Take your grandchildren or your kids on a trip with you or whatever. Do something that you want to do with your life. You know, don't just be looking out for other people. When you're dead, you're dead. You're not going to see them enjoy that or squander it, you know, because that's what they might do. I've seen a family in Lawrence before, where I came from, and the father passed away. He left behind $50,000. Within 6 months, the $50,000 was gone on drugs. He loved his grandson, but his grandson was on heroin. And actually that money ended up killing him because he ended up dying from the money that the person left him. And I saw this. I think this is back like about 8 years ago, I want to say. You know that, and this is something that happens quite often in towns that have a lot of drugs. A lot of times people don't know that their kids are on drugs, and sometimes people do. And heroin is something. There's functional heroin addicts and there's non-functional heroin addicts. And I noticed back in the United States, there's a big heroin thing going on, and fentanyl and all that stuff. And I've seen it in a lot of families. Okay, and it's sad to watch. It's sad because if you give these people any money, you don't know if they're spending it on drugs. And if you leave them a larger sum of money, the people that these people are around, they'll get them more into their addiction because they're friends of theirs, and they figure, well, let's all go get some heroin, you know, and shoot up or whatever. And it's kind of sad to watch that. Be careful what you do with your money. You're better off spending it on yourself sometimes, because of the fact that at least you'll see it, you'll see where it goes, and you'll make sure that it's being spent safely. God bless, guys. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Love you guys.